So, hello everyone. Let me first say thank you all for your coming today. And today I will tell you about the journey of a pitcher in an insurance digital product. Let me introduce myself. I'm Iuliia Golovanova, business system analyst at KC Digital Hub, and right now I'm working on medical and life product. And today in my presentation I will focus on these as you see, points. First of all, I will tell you about how ideas are born in our company. Secondly, I will tell you about how to turn an idea into a clear structure. Then we will see deeper how to manage dependencies and how to bring feature to development. And finally, we will focus on post-release activities. And if you will have any questions, please wait the end of my presentation and I will be more than happy to answer for your questions. So let's get started and discuss how ideas are born. And my first point it's about that we really don't have small changes in the enterprise and digital product. Usually it's about that the changes impact whole system or systems, and we need to know how to manage it. All the members need to know what we should do, what important for us, how we set the goals, how we set the boundaries of a feature, and how we define that the feature is ready. So before we move on, let me ask you some questions. Do anyone use door technique at your company? Please raise up your hands if you do. Okay, not too much, so maybe I will bring something new for your processes. So compliance brings for us constraints. Product owner and business brings for us new hypotheses and goals. Support team bring for us user pain points, and all of these are valid and all of these are really important for us. And it's our goal, like analysts, understand what's behind of this, unpack this. And for this we use DOR technique. You can see on the screen how it looks like for us, a product manager when he or she filling the task. Almost this task include goals, metric, positive flow, user scenario, and after this we meeting on the pre-amigas format. Usually in these meetings product owner, analyst, UX designer, and content manager. Of course, if you have any technical questions, we could go to the development team or architecture and give some new ideas or maybe new hypotheses if it doesn't work. In this particular meeting, we try to understand what exact problem we're solving, where in user journey does it occur, what system could be impacted or systems, and maybe we already have any solution that we can reuse it and save our time. So let me show you some typical case for insurance company. The request was that the user confused between two insurance plans, and we need to add a tooltip. Looks simple, just a tooltip, but when we go deeper, we could realize that it could be wrong steps, it could be poor explanation of this on the screenshot, and instead to add only a tooltip, we can see that we need to rethink our scenario. Also, I have other cases, like we already finished our design and realized that we add unnecessary step because we took to literally a first request, and when it's happened, we should to roll back our processes, reorganize our scenario, UX, integrations, and spend our money for this. So let me sum up my idea of this slide, of this topic. A request is not a requirement, it's only an initial entry point, and we need to understand what's behind of this. We need to unpack and see the main idea. So, let me show how we turn our idea into a clear structure. When we have focused main topic, we need to formalize it. And first step in our company is diagrams. Usually we use BPMN style flow. Why style? Because we use Miro, and in Miro we have no really strict how to say, notations to use. Show it's look like this, like how we want. But still we have pool, we have actors, and so on. And when we prepare a diagram, it's really necessary. It's become clear to see user and system behavior step by step. Also, we could see some duplicated steps, some necessary data which we missed. Also, we could see some alternative flows which appear and we didn't think about it. So also the main thing here, this visualization is not a simplification, it's only the way of how to turn our thought onto the paper, onto the Miro in our case, and also it could improve our approving processes, because sometimes we have deal with people who are non-technical, and sometimes it could be finance department, right, legal, and it could really help and speed your processes. What's next? After this, when we have a diagram, we need to prepare functional requirements documents. Usually for this, we use timeline like this, but of course it could depend on the task and be changed. First thing, it's business and success metrics. It's set by usually product owner, business, maybe some legal restriction. Second things, and functional and non-functional requirements. What system should do, what shouldn't. Maybe it could include any draft API contracts, any security restriction. The third part, it's data requirement and UX specification notice. Because we prepare some data, we prepare some necessary parameters, what should users see into the flow, what could be optional, what mandatory, what not. So, how it could help us later. You can see that in enterprise world, if you change something, it could impact just everything. It could touch UI, it could touch backend system, some integrations, and so on. And when we prepare diagram and functional requirements documents, we also see that how we send boundaries and what we exactly should to prepare. Also, on another hand, diagram, it's look like shared interface for all team members, because it could be used by a product owner, it could be used by QA engineer, some financial department also, right? And for me, this step of processes, it's when a feature become a structure, become a system, and takes a shape. The next point in my presentation, it's about how to manage external and internal dependencies. In not real world, we control everything, but it's not true. In enterprise, the things are more fragmented, and sometimes the part of systems owned by another team. Its team could be from another country, its team also could be from another time zone, and we need to handle it. In particular, our medical and life product, we have cases like this, that backend system calculation particular model was owned by another team. And we haven't access to their priorities. We haven't. They haven't access to our goals, our metrics, and our feeling of beautiful. And in this case, we need to take a part to self, like analyst, and be clear, communicate why we change the scenario, explain which requirements for integration we need to add, also highlight how changes could impact our systems, our UI, our flow, our user and system behavior. Let me show you how we can do this, how we can handle it. First things, it's visualization. Flows, diagrams, drafts to API, high-level requirements, specifications, and so on. All of these things could be improve your approving processes or your clarification processes. Second things is documenting agreements. We usually have meetings, a lot of meetings, and of course, when at the load, I usually recognizing it and creating some follow-ups and summarize. Also, I can do some main point and approve it through email or something like this. So it could help us to be in the structure and be clear that we do what we want to do. I think the main point here is just to be proactive. Don't waste your time. Don't wait that someone brings for your requirements and do work for you or instead you. You could prepare something yourself and bring it for people with which you work, and it could be improve your processes because people more willing to communicate when the task for them manageable and visible. So let's switch to the next point and discuss how do we bring features to development. Usually when feature already prepared, analytics know better than all the feature from end to the end, yes, from the beginning to the end. And the biggest risk here is about that sometimes from development team could be focused on the one piece of flow and will lose the context. For this particular, to cover this case, we use PBR session. And for PBR session, we bring like analyst structured breakdown of a task, screen flow diagram. It also could be sequence scenario, but usually screen flow covers this because we put some methods on the screen, and also screen documentation, specification documentation. It's not full. It's not full of list, and let me show you the full of this. As I already say, the first thing is functional requirements document, which like shared memory, like high-level requirements for all, and you can just scan it and understand what about it. The second thing is UX design, which prepared by our designers. The third is screen flow and sequence diagram. Next, it's API method specifications and security restrictions. Fifth is translations key. In our applications, we use both languages, Arabic and English. We use specific tools for this, maybe localize, maybe you know about it, and these artifacts for this. And the last main here is screen specifications document, which collect all of this artifacts. So let's talk about post-release activities. When a feature are released, it's not in the end, it's a new cycle, and our main goal to check does it work on the production, does our users enjoy this, is it works or not. And for this, to collect the feedback, we use 3 channels. First of all, it's customer support. They bring for us some flows, some ideas when user have issues, and it could become for us a new hypothesis which we need to improve, maybe redesign something, maybe add some clarification. The second thing, it's products and data analytics. They brings for us already validated hypothesis metrics, and also they could bring for us things like this, like our user leave from the last step in the flow. It's become for us new hypothesis. Next one, not the last, it's business stakeholders and product owners. They also bring for us info, like maybe new users segmented, maybe what works, what's not, what we should do. When we collect all of this, we could improve behavior or logic, change contact, redesign something, add something new, or just accept that it didn't work. This brings me up. Let me sum up the idea of my presentation. The first things here, it's clarify ideas earlier and challenge it together throughout door processes and in free amigos format. Visualize logic through diagrams. It could help you uncover gaps and change the cost of feature. Next, it's prepare structure requirements before design, because it's also could help you to avoid costly corner cases. Next things, it's bring feature clear and ready, especially to PBR session with development team. And when you're working with another team, with international team, be clear. Prepare documents, prepare diagrams, drafts, and follow-ups. And after release, don't walk away, monitor, listen, and come back to improve. So thank you so much for your attention. And if you have any questions, I will be happy to answer.